Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Vishwal Paramsa Parivadaka Ashtottara Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Saranam in the Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishwal Paramsa Parivadaka Ashtottara Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Maharaj Ki The Most Merciful Lordships Sri Sri Radha Kunj Bihari Jai Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai Ki Srinath Ji Balagopal Ki Jai Jai Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Srila Prabhupada Ki Samaved Bhaktivinoda Ki All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayashu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Reading from Shrimadbhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8. Prayers of Queen Kunti and Parikshit say. Text 7. Amantra Panduputramscha Sainyodva Samyutaha Dvaipayana Divir Viprai Pujita Pratipujita Amantra Panduputramscha Saine Yodva Samyuta Dvaipayana Divir Viprai Pujatai Pratipujita Amantra Panduputramscha Amantra Panduputramscha Saini Yodva Samyuta Saine Yodva Samyuta Dvaipayana Divir Viprai Dvaipayana Divir Viprai Pujitai Pratipujita Pujitai Pratipujita. Please repeat.
Amantra Panduputramscha
Amantra Panduputramscha
Saine Yodava Samyutaha
Saine Yodava Samyuta
Dvaipayana Divir Viprai
Dvaipayana Divir Viprai
Pujitai Pratipujitaha
Pujitai Pratipujita. Word by word. Amantra. Inviting Pandu, Panduputran, all the sons of Pandu, Cha, also, Saineya, Satyaki, Uddhava, Samyuta, accompanied, Dvaipayana, Advi, by the rishis like Vedavyasa, Viprai, by the Brahmanas, Pujatai, being worshipped, Pratipujita,
pratipujita.
the Lord also reciprocated equally.
The Lord also reciprocated equally.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Lord Sri Krishna then prepared for his departure. He invited the sons of Pandu. After having been worshipped by the Brahmanas headed by Srila Vyasadeva, the Lord also reciprocated greetings. Please repeat. Lord Sri Krishna then prepared for his departure. He invited the sons of Pandu after having been worshipped by the Brahmanas headed by Srila Vyasadeva. The Lord also reciprocated greetings. Purport. Apparently, Lord Sri Krishna was a Kshatriya and was not worshipable by the Brahmanas. But the Brahmanas present there, headed by Srila Vyasadeva, all knew him to be the personality of Godhead, and therefore they worshipped him. The Lord reciprocated the greetings just to honor the social order that a Kshatriya is obedient to the orders of Brahmanas. Although Lord Sri Krishna was always offered the respects due the Supreme Lord from all responsible quarters, the Lord never deviated from the customary usages between the four orders of society. The Lord purposely observed all these social customs so that others would follow him in the future. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Kam Karoti Vasalam Bhagavana Gayate Girinyat Kripatam Bhagavane Shri Guru Jai Shri Prabhupada. So here in the purport it was stated like Lord Sri Krishna, although he is a Kshatriya and not worshipable by Brahmanas, but all the Brahmanas headed by Srila Vyasadeva worshipped him when he was departing for Dwarka. So there are, as you all know, there are four classes of the society, namely Brahmanas, Kshatriya, Vaishyas and Shudras. So Brahmanas, being the highest class of society, they are worshipable by every others, like the Kshatriyas, Shudras and Vaishyas. So here, why these Brahmanas headed by Srila Vyasadeva worship Lord Sri Krishna? Because they know that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and he is the Absolute Truth. So being realized in that knowledge, they worshipped him while he was going to Dwarka. So he also reciprocated the greetings, Lord Sri Krishna. See, Kshatriyas from the ages, like from long ago, from the timeline starting from Satya Yuga onwards, they were worshipping Brahmanas, they were taking intellectual decisions from them, and they are being most worshipable at all times. And we may also see instances in Dwapara Yuga as Sri Krishna, as currently mentioned in this purport, like he reciprocated the greetings. He is aloof from we all know, like he is a supreme personality of Godhead. He who created this material universe and all, entire creation. He is aloof from material nature and material laws. Because no one questions him why he did not respect Brahmanas, why he respected others. But still he does it because Prabhupada mentions here specifically because others would also follow. Coming Kshatriyas, coming rulers, coming politicians, and all should also follow this same respectful obeisances to the Brahmanas. So Krishna has followed this specific custom towards Brahmanas. So while he was departing, he was acknowledging all the Pandavas, and he may leave silently also, because he is a supreme personality of Godhead, and he may leave at any time to any place his wish. But still, while he was leaving, he acknowledged all the Pandavas there, all the people over there, all the sages, Brahmanas. Why? Just to set an example for us, for all of us, in order to follow the social customs. We have to, and there is also an example that I have heard. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj was attending an event in an ISKCON temple. Then after finishing that program, he personally acknowledged all the devotees who were serving in the kitchen, who were tirelessly serving. He acknowledged them, he appreciated them. See, our acharyas they also follow the customs and also necessary steps. In order, we all have to learn from them, and we need to seek their blessings, as well as we have to follow their instructions. See, whenever we are doing a service, or whenever we are just staying in the temple, if you are assume like if you are opening a door for someone, if someone has a smile or expression on your face, that makes a very good satisfaction for you. Like that leaves a good impression, like you are helping, and it's a sign of appreciation from them. And here Krishna is not coming alone. He is accompanied with Satyaki and Uddhava. So we see many of the yatras, like devotees, they never go alone. They are accompanied by other devotees. Because just like when we go on a trip, we invite our best friends, because in their association we even enjoy the trip more and more. And Krishna took Uddhava and Satyaki because they were Brahmanas, and as well as they are learning. So by the experience, practical experience, and by going to various places, they may learn many more new things. So this was the intention. And also you may see, like when you go on a trip, you will be planning, if you are planning for a trip, you will invite your best friends or some close relatives of yours, because you also want them to enjoy the whichever the tour or trip you are going. If you are accompanied by someone, it also means like you not only get your association, but they also relish the same joy. And also the journey doesn't feel like boring. The journey becomes joyful. We even see in life of Prabhupada, Jai Shri Radha Kundi Bihari, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Sudramai, Jai Shri Gaunitai. Prabhupada, whenever he travels along across the other temples or across the other regions, he travels with his disciples, devotees, just to make sure to make them understand the proper situations and how to handle the situations, and also make them learn new aspects, like how to deal with the new people, how to make the arrangements properly in the tour, so that they will be planning. If at all he goes alone, he can manage his trip alone, but still he takes his devotees along with him just to train them, just to nurture them. So, yeah. So as we have seen, the sages headed by Srila Vyasadeva worship Lord Sri Krishna and equal reciprocation from Krishna. So we may think like, so Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is the need for him to offer obeisances to the Brahmanas, sages and all? But still, when we consider the daily life example, like if a teacher bow downs to his child, to their child's innocence, does that mean that teacher's position is downgraded? No, right? So we can understand the respect flows from both ways. Similarly, here in Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna also offers his obeisances to the Brahmanas. And we see many examples in Ramayana, as Lord Ramachandra is very much attempted to follow all the customs and rules of that particular yuga, and he's a perfect example how a human being, how a king has to lead a life. And he has set such a nice example as a role model that everyone needs to follow it in order to lead a good life. We see like Ram and Lakshmana, Lord Ramachandra and Lord Lakshmana has went for Gurukul with Vishwamitra Muni, and there they served him, they even acquired knowledge from him. So here we understand the importance of Guru as well. Even in Dwapara Yuga, Lord Sri Krishna and Lord Balram has went to Gurukul and acquired knowledge from Sandipana Muni. So we understand they themselves are the creators of this world. They know everything, but still they set an example for us to approach to a Guru. And also we have celebrated yesterday Vyas Puja of Srila Prabhupada. It's very important to celebrate the special days of Gurus and Acharyas. The respect we show towards them should be very significant, because they are the ones who are connecting us to the Supreme Lord and giving us path to go back to Godhead. Then we can also think of other pastime in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu honored Haridas Thakura, even though society rejected him as low-graded class, but still, out of his sincere devotion and love towards Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recognized him as Namacharya. So there is no discrimination between the classes of society is seen in the scriptures. Many people in our current society, they were spreading rumors about this caste system, but this caste system does not mean like there is discriminatory policy, but these classes are made just to make sure the society is running well and in all circumstances, because the intellectuals are Brahmanas and the administrators are Kshatriyas, and the people who are running business and hardworking people are Vaishyas and Shudras. Each one of them has significant contribution to the development of society and the world. If one of the person think like this person is a low class and why should I respect him, if that person is not available, then how would you lead a good and proper way of life? Everyone has an equal importance in developing a good nation. So I would like to ask a question, like, have you ever been inspired by someone younger or someone newer or some less experienced person who is very sincere in their devotion. Thank you, Mataji. So that means like true honor is based on bhakti but not on position. See, in our current world, current society also, we see the people, many people prefer like positions like CEOs, CTOs and big. But actually, the person has to be respected with their qualities and the behavior towards others. How he behaves towards his same age group, and how he behaves towards other age groups, and how his devotion is, how his bhakti is, how much intensity he has, and how much love he has towards the God. That has to be preferred when you are respecting others. So even in younger people also, we may see like they are very much sincere, they are very much singing ecstatic kirtans. We may be inspired to sing. Like the other day, the night, the kids were singing ecstatically. I was very much truly inspired by their harmonium and their kirtans. So we know Krishna is Supreme Personality. Krishna's greatness isn't reduced by becoming a driver or guest. Krishna, being a Supreme Personality of Godhead, still he chose a position of chariot driver. This does not let him position down, but still it has increased his position a lot because he cares for his devotees. Arjuna, being a devotee of Lord, this shows like God can go to any extent for his devotees to order to care for them, and because being a chariot driver is not such an easy position. Whenever Arjuna wants Krishna to move the chariot from right side or left side, he used to kick on the shoulder. So he is bearing the kicks of devotees as well. See how humble he is towards devotees, how loving towards his devotees. So even in our daily life also, in our office, if someone from higher management like the CEO or a higher official, he suddenly joins in a staff meeting or a staff dinner, suddenly he starts serving. Everyone will be, first of all, they will be astonished, and then they will be like, okay, he has a good nature and he's very helping and he is very cooperative. Does that make him a lesser position from CEO? No. But actually his position is very much improved by that behavior. Because he is a down-to-earth person. We used to call many people as down-to-earth. Even though they are in a higher position, but still they are very humble towards the other devotees or other people in the society. Even in a pastime of Prabhupada, in New York 1966, once there was no devotees for a program. After the program has finished, Prabhupada himself has cleaned the temple floor. Then while he was doing, the devotees approached there and they stopped him. Prabhupada, why are you doing? We are there to do. Then Prabhupada said like, see, I am doing just without me doing, how you can know, who will train you? Like, I am doing so that you will learn from me and you know how to better do the service next time. So this was the very good example, like how to learn from our acharyas, how humble they are, how down to earth they are. Every who are coming from bona fide disciplic succession and their disciples, everyone are very, very, very humble, and this is one of the quality we have to acquire, humility from our acharyas. There are many qualities, but we have to make sure we have to be very humble, as we also seen in Siksastaka, Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Saishnina. We have to very humble as a grass and very tolerant as a tree. And so here, true greatness generally refers to the actual service with humility. So I would like to ask another question, like who in your life has shown greatness through humility rather than position? Yes, Mother.
We see that with my spiritual master and all that. Definitely, there's other devotees within this temple that also exhibit that.
Yeah, absolutely. Our acharyas are very humble and down to earth. Whatever problems they face, they don't lose the patience, they don't lose the humility. That's one of the significant features of that. And also we have seen the varnashrama and social example, and Krishna respected this system to set an example for us. And we may also see in our day-to-day life, in a school, like for an assembly, if the principal, his wish, like he may attend or he may not attend that assembly, but still he attends that assembly just to set an example for all of the children and the organization employees to be present in that assembly. But he could even sit in that assembly, but still he stands such that everyone follows him, everyone makes him a role model. Because if a person who is in a higher position follows it properly, everyone in that organization, everyone will follow it correctly. And Krishna even says this to Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, be a small instrument in my plan. It's already been planned, you just do it. Because if you do it properly, everyone in the coming generation will be seeing you and following you correctly. So, the respect is earned through our actions but not the positions or the titles. So, we may also think in our societal example, like when you have experience of someone with a higher position behaves improper towards other innocent persons or doing wrong thing towards others, we feel very wrong towards them. And it's not a honorable thing to do by being in that position. So and also Krishna says to Arjuna, like, nimitta matram bhava, so to be my instrument, to be part of my plan. The Pandavas also accepted his plan, and whatever Krishna has suggested them and whatever Krishna has planned them, they followed him correctly. So in our general example, that is very beneficial for them, Pandavas, because Krishna has a plan that suits everyone of us. We may first think like, why I am getting suffering, why I am getting this, I plan to do that, but I fail to do that. I would like to share an example. Like, there is a story of a person who want to start his train journey. He started from home, but what happened during his travel, he was stuck in the traffic for a long time. So by the time he reached the station, the train has left the station. So then he thought, oh, today I missed the train, again I have to come tomorrow, I missed all my meetings and all my schedule has been gone. So with that sense of dissatisfaction, and he reached his home. The next day, when he saw the news on the newspaper that the train which he had missed had been suffered with an accident, and many people in that train were being killed. So he then felt like, oh, it was I just blamed God, like why I was being missed train, but still he's made me survive through that. So that was we'll realize it lately. Like initially we may get confusion like why I'm doing this, why I'm doing that. But later, after a long time, we'll be able to realize, okay, this might be the God's plan. So this is more benefit for me rather than the original, my own self-made plan. Even when we are trying a job, it's happened in my placements as well. When I'm trying for a job for a certain package, if I couldn't crack it like in an interview or in one round, I would feel like this time I couldn't crack it, so what happens next? I was in a dilemma. Then after a few days, other company drive came and I attended it, and this package was higher than the original one, and finally I got that offer and I was very much pleased by that. So I was very thankful for the God. Like, yeah, I then understood like, okay, then if one chance you lost means that's not the end, and that's not the meaning like there won't be other chance. There might be a good chance waiting for you to take it. Yeah. And also when we are traveling, if our GPS suggests to take some U-turn or some crossing over other road rather than going in our own way, first of all we may get annoyed, why is it suggesting this way, why is it suggesting that way. But still, if we follow that, eventually the way it shows may have lesser traffic than we assume the route. So this is also compared to the Krishna's plan, confusing at first but perfect later. We have seen yesterday about Srila Prabhupada offering. So in that, we have recollected that he traveled to US at the age of 69 in the Jaladuta, having faced 2 strokes, but still he was fully surrendered to Krishna. Whatever you want me to do, I am fully surrendered to you. And still he was in determination to fulfill his instruction of his spiritual master. So this was one of the take home for us, like we have to have complete faith on Krishna's plan and we have to work according to that. So one may think like, okay, how can we act like that? See, whatever the activity which we do, if we can dovetail it to Krishna centered, then automatically Krishna will be the proprietor of that results. So we have to build a faith and we have to trust Krishna in a bigger picture. And I would like to ask another question, like, have you ever resisted Krishna's plan, but later realized it was his mercy? Yeah, there might be a lot of instances. Even in my life, there are a lot of instances. Like, yeah, I first resisted, the same, even the master's journey also. I first had a different plan, after my bachelor's, I have undergone my 1 year of work experience. Like, I thought I would see later, but I don't know, due to family and all, influence, I have to take the decision of coming to US for masters. But even after coming for a few days also, I thought why I came for masters. Still I think I have to be in India for some years and work further. Then later I understood that, oh Krishna, this was your plan. And because in India, I was being in India, I used to do practice chanting rounds and all. but that was not that much serious. But after coming here, the intensity, the practice, and the sadhana has got very much improved. So I thought Krishna made a plan just to make my Krishna conscious to be more intense and more serious. So I thought, okay, this might be the reason for me to get into US, and yeah, that was my understanding. And yeah, we may also think like, okay, we have to follow the customs and whatever the rules and regulations that are being followed by great people like Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, like respecting Brahmanas and other sages. But some people think like, so whatever they does, like whatever Krishna does, we also have to do, whatever they do, like we have to do. So that's not like, we have to follow their instructions but not imitate them. Because Krishna does a lot of activities, like all his activities are transcendental, all his birth and all his, we see like in Bhagavad Gita also, Janma Karma Chame Devyam Evam Yoveti Tatvata. So all his birth activities are all transcendental. So he, at the age of very childhood only, like he lifted Govardhana with a little finger. Can we do that? No. And some people may argue like Krishna has married 16,108 wives. Why can't I marry 2 or 3 people? But he is the Supreme Lord. He can maintain, even though he has married 16,000 people, he was simultaneously like he was present with them simultaneously at the same time with each and every one of the queen. Can we expand simultaneously, be present at two or three different places? No, right? And many people argue that Krishna has done Ras Leela, why can't I do that nonsense? That's all very nonsense. That has recently I learned like the philosophy behind Ras Leela, the selfless love of gopis being shown with Krishna. That was the philosophy behind the Ras Leela. Without knowing philosophy, many people comment on that, and many people, they have their own mental concoctions about that. So the main thing is like we have to follow the instructions, whatever the instructions, whatever the suggestions given by them, how to lead a good life. They have shown us. Bhagavad Gita is a life manual for us, like how to be a good person and knowing the purpose of the life and how to best utilize it for our betterment. So Gita is a very good life manual for us. And even our acharyas have given a lot of instructions, and they have set various examples, they themselves following it. And one may also question like, why there are so many rules and regulations, why we have to follow these 4 regulative principles, why we have to chant 16 rounds minimum, and why we have to do a regulated sadhana, why we have to do scriptural reading daily. So there is a reason behind each and everything. The regulative principles are set in order to make us, elevate us from human platform to spiritual platform, divine platform. First of all, we are not in a human platform in this current age. So to get into the human platform from animalistic platform, we are, by following these 4 regulative principles, we get into human platform. Then by following bhakti, devotional service, chanting, and whatever we are having food, like offering to the Krishna and eating as prasad, that makes our consciousness more and more pure, and we'll get to know what we have to do, what the way we have to progress towards our life, and what's the way of life, and what's our eternal position. We'll get to know the actual position of our soul. And the first thing we'll get to know is we are not this body, we are the soul. Aham Brahmasmi. Yes. So by following whatever the rules and regulations, we will be successful, set by our acharyas, we will be successful in our life. And also, I would also like to say like, we devotees, like, who are having tilak, kanti mala and chanting. This is, we are indirectly resembling Lord Krishna. So we have to be very careful in dealing with others and with our behavior. Many people may even be inspired and be truly wanting to join the movement. So we have to be very, very careful in dealing. And we also know if we deal offense with the others, like the Vaishnava aparad is the topmost aparad, and it cannot be even eradicated. It only can be forgiven like when you ask the person to forgive it directly. We don't know, like, even in our mind we may think like there might be thoughts about other persons, why he is doing like that, why he is doing like this. So that thought even is not good, to think about others in such a way that it also leads us to the aparadha. So we have to be very, very sincere in our practice of bhakti, and we have to be very humble towards other people. We have to kind towards new people who comes new to practice, and we have to be very encouraging them, very caring for them, because initial days we also have the same experiences in our starting journey of Krishna consciousness. So if someone have dealt with us in a wrong way, would anyone would like to continue their journey? Obviously, some people may drop at some time. So how we got experience like with our seniors or with the fellow devotees, we have to reciprocate the same with the other devotees, such that by seeing you like we are happiest devotee is the best preacher. Without preaching anything to others, by seeing you itself, many people will be getting attracted to the process. So today's we have seen like Krishna acknowledged Pandavas while he was departing, and he also stays in the devotees' company like Satyaki and Uddhava while he was traveling. And still he was a supreme lord. He honored Brahmanas headed by Srila Vyasadeva. Just to make us understand, we have to respect Brahmanas. And also there's in offering prayer we recite Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanayitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. See how much importance Krishna has given to cows and Brahmanas. And we have seen the reciprocation in the relationships. Even small thank you makes a greater impact on the feelings of others. And we have to respect the systems, Varnashrama Dharma, or anything that was being said for us to follow in a right path. Because it was being followed by great personalities like Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna and Lord Ramachandra and many people in the various yugas. And also, as we have seen, the humility is the best, is one of the most essential quality that we have to imbibe from our acharyas, senior devotees, and from all other sages as well. How humble they are, how down to earth they are. And we also need to have a firm faith on Krishna's plan. Krishna has a better plan for all of us. We just have to work accordingly, believing in Krishna that okay, he has better plan for me. Let me work towards him. So my final thought is like, if Krishna came today in this guise as a simple devotee, and would be able to recognize him? No, I mean, I may not recognize, because I am not that perfect to see like Krishna and everyone. But still, we have to develop that attitude, like we know Supreme Person resides in every living entity as Paramatma. And here the bhakti is tested not just in how we worship the deities, but how we respect every other devotee who is carrying Krishna as Paramatma in their heart. So I would like to conclude today by saying a few words like, we have to follow the customs and the rules and regulations set by the previous sages and our acharyas. Hare Krishna. Please forgive me if I have done anything wrong. Any questions or comments? Thank you.
Here on your
Thank
you.
examples were very nice.
Thank you, Master.
So, but yes, I remember like in the beginning when I started my Krishna consciousness, thing that was always repeated to me was just to follow the instructions that are given by elders. Because if you follow their instructions, then you stay protected in Krishna consciousness as well and stuff. So, and throughout the years, it's just you see how that, because like mentioned, sometimes you think you know better and you try to do an independent plan and it just completely, like, Krishna comes and like smacks you around and stuff. So yeah, it's always no matter how many years in Krishna consciousness, it's always a good reminder to follow the instructions of previous acharyas and seniors.
The rules and regulative principles are set for our protection only, in order not to fall away from our position, to maintain our respectable position in the society and also in our bhakti.
Yes.
Spirit.
Thank you.
Any comments?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the class. Wonderful class.
Grantara Shrimadbhagavatam ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.